Hey everybody, I'm Sin. Welcome to the Book Nook. Today we're going to talk about a book that was magical and delightful and a wondrous, colorful, imaginative, lore-filled journey. Alright, so that book is The Daughter of the Moon Goddess. There it is. Let's give you a better look-see here. The Daughter of the Moon Goddess by Sue Lynn Tan. And what an amazing book this was. It was so good. Okay. I like to put that up there so I don't have to hold the book the whole time and, and go like this and that and whatnot. This book gave me a book hangover. Like, I didn't really know what that term meant. I understood that's like if you read a really good book and then you just, once you stop, you're just so sad not to be in that world anymore. So this book is a debut novel, and holy bananas, did Sue Lynn Tan knock it out of the park. I mean, like, way out there. Home run. All bases loaded. Bring them home. Bring them home. So yeah, that was... Obviously, it should be obvious what I'm going to rate this one. Do I even need to, like... It's a 5-star book. It's 5 stars. I'd give it 6 if I could. I loved it. This book is a part of a duology, and the next book in the series comes out at the end of the year, I believe. I just saw something on the author's Instagram about it, and that made me even more excited. This book is about the daughter of the moon goddess. The moon goddess, she lights the moon every night so that the moon shines upon the different... I don't know if the... Okay, so there's 8 different kingdoms, and I'm not sure if that moon shines on all of them. I think it does. I believe so. The moon goddess is... She was basically condemned to stay on the moon. She cannot leave the moon for, like, the rest of her life. And she is an immortal, so she's going to be around for quite some time. And she used to be immortal, and the way that she became immortal... The whole backstory is of how she got banished was that the kingdoms were in turmoil, and there were these basically like fire gods, these children. There were 10 of them, and they were swarming over the earth. Only one of them at a time was supposed to go and go over the earth, and they were basically scorching the earth so that the realm of the mortals was pretty much going to be no more. And just burned to nothingness. And so one heroic person, which was the husband of the moon goddess, he went out and he took out 9 of those firebirds that were destroying the... I don't think they were called firebirds. They're basically like suns, like the sun, only they weren't supposed to be out all the time. So 9 of them were killed and 1 of them still remained. And for that, the emperor of the celestial kingdom, which is the main kingdom, the biggest and most powerful kingdom in the land, rewarded him with an elixir of immortality. And he didn't want to take the elixir because he loved his wife, and he did not want to go and become immortal without her and have her pass away. So he goes out and he is fighting in different battles and whatnot, and she is pregnant and has been told by the different doctors that she's seen that... Well, they're not called doctors. They're called something else. That she's going to die in childbirth. She won't survive this pregnancy. And so while he is gone, she does the only thing that she thinks to do, and she drinks the elixir of immortality so she and her daughter do not die. And because of that, she ends up being banished to the moon to be the moon goddess and to light the moon for the rest of her life, and to never leave the moon ever again, and to never see her husband again. It was because the elixir was not gifted to her. The people thought that she usurped it and stole it, and that she was ungrateful, and so she's been banished. And I guess her punishment could have been a lot worse, but so she's stuck here on the moon. But she doesn't let anyone know that she had a daughter. So she keeps this hidden. This is hidden for... I can't remember how old she is, but at some point, her daughter, Xinyin, she has a magical flare-up, which calls the attention of the celestial kingdom. And so she tells her daughter, go hide in the room, don't make a sound, don't come out here. The celestial empress and her, I call him her minion, Mr. I can't remember his name, her minion. Some guy of her court that's so far up her butt, the type. They just, they do it for their own personal gain. Well, that guy. The up her butt guy. The Empress's up her butt guy, we'll call him that. That's cool, right? Anyways, he is really far up there. So they come and they're basically berating her, and they're like, there's magic that came from here, and she denies it, and she says like a certain celestial event happened that probably caused a flare up, and that's why they sense this and whatnot. And they're obviously not very nice to her. And Xinyin kind of like goes and peeks and looks through the door, and she sees these people, and she's scared and whatnot. And so her mother, after they leave, comes to her and is like, you have to leave, you have to go, we're gonna have you go to her assistant, her I don't know, her maiden. This other woman who lives there with the moon goddess, Ping Er, and she's going to take her to the Southern Sea where her family lives, and she's going to go there and she'll be safe there. So they immediately have to get out of there because they know that the Celestial Kingdom people are going to come back and come after her. And so already the story starts out and it's very intense. And so they leave. She gathers just what few things she can, and they jump on a cloud because, this is the Celestial Kingdom. We're leaving the moon. We travel by cloud. So we start cloud surfing away, and all of a sudden, at some point, there are celestial soldiers that are chasing the cloud with the daughter of the moon goddess, Xinyin, and her, I guess, her protector, Ping Er. I hope I'm saying that name right. They try to run, and she's like, the daughter's like, you're gonna have to drop me here because we're not gonna make it to the Southern Sea where we're supposed to go. And so the woman like casts a spell on her, so when she falls she won't hurt herself that much. And so she never makes it to the Southern Sea, and she ends up falling into the Celestial Kingdom, which is like the worst possible place that she could land. And so starts our journey into this magical book. And I don't want to get too much into the story, but it's so good. I cannot recommend this book enough. I know we're only in February, but I promise this is going to be in my top 5 books of the year of books I've read. It just had a little bit of everything. It had obviously action and adventure, and it's fantasy, and I love stuff that has to do with like celestial and stars and moon and sky and all that. And then it has different kind of folklore mythology, and then there's there ends up being a love triangle, so there's romance, and there's destruction and good versus evil, and then there's sometimes there's shades of gray in the evil, and it's it was so wonderful, wondrous, whimsical. I'm trying to think of other W words I could say. I don't know. A phrase that was said also like kind of in the beginning of the book about, being an immortal. Time to an immortal was as rain to a boundless sea. And there's a lot of really eloquent word pictures and word paintings with how the author writes. And to think this was a debut novel, wow. Wow, it's so good. I can't wait till the next one. I gotta wait like a year. That's okay. I'm used to this stuff happening with video games. So, yeah. Of course, I bring it back to relating it to video games. I mean, obviously books are a separate entity, but like, yeah, it's like you I don't know. It's been a while since I had a book that I was this excited about. So, highly recommended. 5 stars. If you like fantasy, I mean, shoot, I don't, like, as I said, I don't read romance unless it's part of the story, but the romance in this is a big chunk. And if you like romance, it's also pretty freaking awesome. Add to that, you know, adventure and betrayal and this, that, and the other. And it's just so good. It's just fantastical and amazing. And I can't say enough good things because I'm just going to keep going on and on. So, yeah. So she crash lands in the Celestial Kingdom. And she has to make her way by her own devices. She hopes that her guardian gets away. She doesn't know if she does. And then we follow her story and all the things that unfold. And yeah, that was the Daughter of the Moon Goddess. Good freaking stuff. So yeah, if you want to read a really great fantasy, this one was pretty stellar. Thank you again for joining me today in the Book Nook. Please like and subscribe. Scuba dive. Please like and scuba dive. That's what I meant to say. If you've read this book, let me know. Let me know your thoughts on it. I'm sure people don't love it as much as I do, and I'm sure some do. So I would love to hear if you've read this book or plan to. And if you do in the future, let me know what you thought. Until next time, we'll see you later. Bye!